Well, let's call it senior year sadness. There's no sports, no prom, no graduation. It seems like so many things have been taken away from our seniors, like the best parts of high school, just canceled. So now parents are struggling to find ways to lift their kids' spirits and to help them cope with all of these cancellations. So we want to bring in licensed marriage and family therapist, Dr. George James, who's going to help some of our parents out. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Alex and Mike. How are you?
Good, good.
We're doing all right. We're hoping you could help us with some of our seniors. And I think it's interesting that for a lot of people that may think, oh, maybe we just shouldn't talk about it or try to avoid it because it'll make them sad. But you're saying, no, we do need to talk about what they're missing out on.
Yeah, it's actually really important to ask them how they're doing. Sometimes with teens and young adults, we don't want to ask, or we just want to let them be, or maybe they're grumpy or in a mood. But it's actually important to ask them because they might actually share what's going on with them. Oftentimes you'll be surprised how open they'll be about how they're feeling, what they want, what they're missing, or what else is going on with them.
You know, I think maybe, and we've done a lot of this on the show, parents, teachers, and the students themselves come up with creative ideas to make it a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's really important because once you've asked them how they're doing and then you find out what is the biggest loss that they're experiencing, you can then be creative to figure out how to solve that particular problem. You know, I spoke with one person, and the biggest loss was that their grandparent wouldn't see them, or that they wanted a family night with their good fun night with their friends. That's what you focus on, and you can be creative around that specific thing.
And when it comes to finding those solutions, don't just take it upon yourself. Talk to your child.
Yeah, you know, like sometimes parents think they know what's best for their child or young adult, and that's not always the case. You know, so don't just come up with this brilliant idea and execute it. Maybe involve them, ask them, because some young folks might not want to dress up for a photo shoot, while others might. Some might not want to do a fake graduation. Ask them what they want, and you can collaborate together. And this can be a great experience, especially during COVID-19, where we're trying to find ways to still stay connected.
So you mentioned a couple things there, the creative ideas. What you mentioned a photo shoot, so you would like set that up in your house?
Yeah, people have done lots of great things where they might have a nice photo shoot in the house.
Right.
You can maybe even find a photographer, and you can still stay distant, and you can come up with great, amazing themes with your young adult. You could do something fun, something graduation, something prom, or something silly, and that you can involve family members. I saw someplace they did a porch prom where they did the prom somewhere with the porch and people around. So there's so much creativity that's out there. It doesn't have to just be a loss where you do nothing.
What's weird,
you
though,
could do something.
Doctor, this might stretch into the fall. Not only are they going to kind of have a bad senior year of high school, this may bleed over into their freshman year of college.
Yeah. Yeah, and that could definitely be disappointing. And some young folks are already feeling the loss of that. I think there still are some advantages, right? So there could be ways of how do you connect with maybe a potential roommate? How do you find out more about the school? What are the things that you can do over the summer? And just right now, because we don't know, to enjoy the summer as best as possible. Go for walks, bike rides, hang out with your family. Do what you can do to enjoy right now. And then obviously as we get to the fall, we'll be talking about alternatives if we need to.
Yeah. All right. Dr. George James, thank you. Always good to see you.
Thank you both. Thank you.
He's good. He calms me down.
Always.
Wish you were my dad.